My goodness gracious. Once again, celebrating Angel Reese's powerful double-double last night. We got a couple of things. We got a WNBA announcer actually clowning Angel Reese during the game. That normally doesn't happen. Did he not get the memo? You're not supposed to do that. I mean, players in this league check those boxes.
Imagine a player so dominant that her performance feels like it belongs in a highlight reel every single night. Yet somehow, her team keeps falling deeper into the standings. That's the puzzling reality for Angel Reese, a rising star whose name is constantly on the lips of basketball fans and analysts alike. Her individual brilliance is undeniable, but it raises a tough question. How can someone play this well and still watch her team struggle game after game?
People gamble on these games. So last night, a double-double. Angel Reese got a double-double, and the Chicago Sky, of course, celebrated said double-double. They lost 79-69. But my goodness, that didn't stop them, of course, from putting out this tweet right here. Player of the game. I mean, last time I checked, player of the games are usually for the winning squad.
On paper, she appears untouchable. Game after game, she crashes the boards as if every rebound is destined for her hands, piling up double-doubles with a level of consistency that feels almost automatic. Her dominance has become more than just a stat line. It's turned into a narrative of its own. For many fans, she isn't just playing basketball anymore. She's already building the foundation of her own legend.
Love those missed shot, offensive boards, second opportunities.
But here's where it gets complicated. The Chicago Sky, her team, just can't seem to stop losing. And it's not the kind of losing where you chalk it up to one bad night. Their record reads more like a warning sign than anything resembling a contender's resume. Game after game slips away, often by double-digit margins, and with every defeat the weight on their shoulders grows heavier. That contrast, one player putting up superstar numbers while the team keeps collapsing, has created the perfect storm for doubters and critics to circle.
Oh my God. Clowned Angel Reese. They're going to put it up. They might miss. They're going to put it up again. They might miss that. And then finally, eventually, maybe they will make a bucket.
Usually, the league handles situations like this in a very familiar way, by focusing on the player's brilliance. They showcase the highlights, flood social media with her best moments, and hope fans overlook the ugly numbers in the loss column. After all, a double-double sounds impressive no matter what the final score says, right? That's been the go-to playbook. But this time, something different cut through the usual polished broadcast chatter. Something raw, unfiltered, and powerful enough to set the internet on fire.
That's hilarious. This guy will probably be fired by tomorrow. This guy will probably lose his job by tomorrow. Once the Angel Reese fans hear the fact that he just roasted Angel Reese over her me-bounds, we-bounds, whatever she's calling them these days, yeah, they're going to come for him.
In the middle of yet another tough Chicago Sky loss, something completely unexpected happened. The announcer didn't just narrate the game. He zeroed in on Angel Reese and went after her directly. And this wasn't polite analysis or careful critique. It was a live, on-air roasting. His tone was sharp, biting, and meant to sting. Fans sitting at home were stunned, wondering if they had really just heard that on a WNBA broadcast. And that's where everything shifted. Because what came next wasn't just about a box score or another debate about stats. It turned into a battle of storylines. On one side, the rookie phenom celebrated for her jaw-dropping numbers. On the other, a veteran announcer delivering a blunt reality check. The aftermath? Absolute chaos across social media and sports talk shows. But before diving into that viral moment, it's crucial to understand just how extraordinary Angel Reese's dominance on the boards has been, and why not everyone sees those rebounds as the whole picture. Angel Reese isn't merely collecting missed shots. She's changing the very definition of rebounding. Since her rookie debut, she has been on an incredible run, consistently pulling down double-digit boards almost every night. Experts have compared her technique to some of the game's greats, praising her ability to carve out space, read the ball's trajectory before anyone else, and overpower players who are bigger and stronger. Watch her carefully and you'll see. It isn't luck, it's pure instinct mixed with relentless hustle. Angel's double-double streak became so consistent that it started rewriting the league's record books. Week after week, she stacked them one after another like bricks in a wall, shattering rookie milestones and leaving broadcasters with no choice but to talk about her. Fans nicknamed her the Chi-Town Barbie, and she has fully embraced that identity, thriving in the dirty, gritty work under the rim. While some players chase highlight reel dunks or splashy three-pointers, Angel built her entire game around sheer effort, boxing out, fighting for every loose ball, and turning broken possessions into second-chance opportunities. It's a blue-collar approach in a league that often glorifies flash over grind. But here's the uncomfortable truth: rebounds alone don't win games. Controlling the glass is only half the battle. Converting that effort into wins is what really counts. And while Angel Reese's stat sheet often reads like that of a superstar, the Sky's win-loss column tells a much darker story. Fans can see it, commentators have called it out, and even opponents have noticed, usually with a smirk that stings just a little more. The frustration for Chicago's fanbase goes beyond just losing games. It's the disconnect between celebrating individual greatness and watching the team continue to slide down the standings. At some point, fans start asking tough questions. Are these monster rebounding nights really making a difference? Or are they just pretty numbers to headline on social media? And that was the powder keg moment. One announcer, during a live broadcast, finally said out loud what so many had only been whispering. And that's what lit the internet on fire. What he said, and the way he said it, wasn't just casual commentary. It was a straight-up takedown, the kind of brutal soundbite that lives on highlight reels, spawns memes, and fuels debates for weeks. Picture the scene. The Sky are trailing yet again. The crowd energy is flat, and the broadcast booth is filling the dead air in the usual way by talking up individual performances. Angel Reese had just logged yet another double-double, the kind of stat line that usually earns automatic praise. But instead of celebrating her, the announcer swerved hard in the opposite direction. With a sly smirk in his voice, he dropped a line that made fans everywhere stop what they were doing. Angel Reese sure loves those miss-shot offensive boards. That's Chicago's game plan right there. Put it up, miss it, put it up again. Maybe miss a second time. But eventually, they'll get a bucket. And then came the silence, followed by laughter, not from the booth, but from fans watching at home, shocked at how blunt it was. Because yes, he had just implied that Angel Reese was padding her rebounding stats by missing shots on purpose, and he wasn't even trying to hide it. His tone dripped with sarcasm, like he had been saving that jab all night, waiting for the perfect moment to let it fly. Most announcers tiptoe around that kind of criticism. They know players watch these broadcasts. They know social media will cut, clip, and replay their words until it's trending. So usually, they keep things polite. But not this time. This time, the gloves were off, and everyone watching knew it. This time, the gloves truly came off, and the roast cut deeper than just Angel Reese. It went after the entire Chicago Sky identity. The message was brutal but clear. The Sky's offense is so ineffective that their best hope is to miss shots so Angel can keep rebounding until they eventually scrape together a basket. The clip went viral within hours, spreading across Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, and instantly dividing fans. Some laughed at the blunt honesty, replaying it over and over, while others were outraged, calling it blatant disrespect toward one of the league's hardest-working rookies. Critics argued that the announcer was right. Angel's numbers look great on paper, but they aren't turning into wins, comparing her to stat-padding bigs from NBA history who never changed their team's destiny. Supporters clapped back, pointing out that she's a rookie carrying a weak roster, dominating one of the toughest skills in basketball, and shouldn't be blamed for not doing everything: scoring, rebounding, defending, and running the offense all by herself. The debate became so polarized that it only fueled more attention, with every meme, hot take, and argument putting more eyes on Angel Reese and turning her into an even bigger storyline in the league. Love her or hate her, she had become the conversation, and in today's sports world, that spotlight is its own kind of power. Still, beneath all the noise, one question kept rising. Do Angel Reese's incredible rebounding numbers actually matter if the Chicago Sky keep losing? And if they don't, who deserves the blame? Angel Reese herself or the team built around her? This is where things get complicated, because basketball has always been about more than just raw numbers. A player can drop 30 points in a loss, and it won't matter. Just like grabbing 20 rebounds means little if the opponent is shooting 50% from the field. Context is everything. And for Angel Reese, that context is brutal. Even with her nightly double-doubles, the Chicago Sky have one of the worst records in the league. Their offense sputters, their defense leaks points, and while Angel dominates the paint, it hasn't been enough to stop the slide. That's why the announcer's roast, as harsh as it sounded, hit a nerve, because it wasn't just mean, it was a reflection of reality. Celebrating rebounds in the middle of repeated losses feels hollow, like putting a bow on a trash can and calling it a present. Fans can feel the disconnect, and that's why the criticism stings. Even Angel's biggest supporters can't deny that the team isn't winning. And in sports, wins are the ultimate cure. Without them, every stat, no matter how historic, gets dissected. But here's the other side of it. What more can Angel Reese realistically do? She's a rookie, playing with relentless energy, producing at an elite level, and doing exactly what's asked of her. Is it really fair to put an entire franchise's struggles on her shoulders just because she's the most visible name on the roster? Or is she simply an easy target because her numbers and personality keep her in the spotlight? These are the questions swirling around the league right now, and Angel isn't hiding from any of it. If you know her, you know she thrives in this environment. This is the same player who proudly calls her rebounds Wnba, creating her own word to brand her dominance. The same player who embraced the villain role during her fiery rivalry with Caitlin Clark. Angel doesn't back down, doesn't shy away from the noise. She feeds on it, turns it into fuel, and keeps talking her talk. And that, more than anything, is part of what makes her so compelling. She stands by every word and refuses to hide from the spotlight, whether it flatters her or not. In today's sports culture, that kind of raw, unapologetic authenticity is magnetic. So when an announcer takes a shot at her, you know Angel isn't just shrugging it off. She's tucking it away, letting it simmer, and plotting her response. Maybe she won't clap back on Twitter, maybe she won't mention it in a press conference, but you can bet she'll answer on the court. Angel Reese is wired to prove people wrong, and that's why this story isn't going anywhere. Criticism doesn't shrink her, it amplifies her. Every jab becomes fuel, every slight another reason to go harder. But the real question remains, can all that fire actually translate into wins for a team that looks broken from top to bottom? Because this isn't just an Angel Reese story, it's a Chicago Sky story. The team sits near the bottom of the standings with a record that screams dysfunction. They've faced injuries, scrambled through inconsistent lineups, and made questionable roster moves. Their offense stalls, their defense collapses, and too often the game plan feels like little more than hope Angel gets the rebound. But survival basketball doesn't win championships, or even playoff spots. Fans see it. They're demanding change, calling on management to give Angel the support she needs. More scorers, more defensive stoppers, more leadership. Because right now, it feels like Angel is playing one-woman basketball, and even greatness has its limits. No player can win that way, and that's why the announcer's roast hit so hard. Harsh as it was, it exposed the ugly truth. Celebrating double-doubles has become a distraction, a way to cover up how bad things really are. The Sky's social media team can post as many highlight graphics as they want, but when the losses keep piling up, fans stop buying the spin. The crisis is out in the open now, and something has to give. Angel Reese can't save this team by herself, and unless something changes soon, her historic rebounding streak could go down as one of the most bittersweet runs in league history. Right now, the picture is clear. Angel keeps stacking boards, the Sky keeps stacking losses, and the entire league keeps debating whether her dominance is a sign of future greatness or just empty numbers in a bad situation. The announcer's viral roast will be remembered as one of those rare sound bites that perfectly captured a moment. Harsh, yes, maybe even unfair, but absolutely unforgettable. And moments like that have the power to shift an entire narrative. So where does this all lead? Does Angel Reese take this criticism and turn it into the next chapter of her rise, proving she's far more than just a rebounding machine? Does the Chicago Sky finally wake up and build a roster that matches her grit and effort, giving her the chance to turn double-doubles into wins? Or will she stay stuck in a cycle of highlight stats paired with painful losses, a superstar stranded on an island? One thing is certain, love her or hate her, Angel Reese refuses to fade into the background. If she has her way, this moment won't be remembered as the peak of her story. It will be remembered as the spark that ignited something much bigger. Because in basketball, as in life, numbers never tell the full story. What happens next will define not just Angel Reese's career, but the Chicago Sky's future. So what do you think? Is Angel Reese the future cornerstone who just needs the right pieces around her? Or are critics right that her dominance is overhyped? Drop your take, share this story, and let's see where this conversation goes next.